This is Mike Regan, GamingRing.com, with Matt Hardy, SmackDown Superstar, and Raw Superstar Tag Team Champion Cody Rhodes. How you doing, guys?
Excellent. How are you, man?
Pretty good. Now, you've been out for a while with an injury. How is that coming? How are you recovering?
Recovering very well. Actually, around Thanksgiving, my appendix ruptured, so I had an emergency appendectomy, and had some infections, and I had a couple rough weeks of it, but now I'm good. Had some work done on my elbow, and got all healed up while I was out, so when I come back, I'll be better than ever, and all the SmackDown Superstars are in trouble. Believe me, you.
Now, Cody, you've been tag teaming with Hardcore Holly.
Yes, sir.
What have you learned from him as a veteran?
You know, it's funny. I've been around veterans my whole life, apparently, but Hardcore Holly, I've learned that you don't take BS from anybody, no matter how big, no matter how tough. That's about being a WWE superstar. That's about being in the pro wrestling business, is knowing when you got to stand up on your own 2 feet and say, hey, this is how I feel about something. So he's been I mean, I couldn't put a dollar on how much of a value he is to me.
Now, what team are you looking forward to facing in the near future as a tag team champions?
You know, I would have loved to seen it at WrestleMania 24, but I feel we might see it down the road. I'd like to see the World Tag Team Champions versus the WWE Tag Team Champions at some point.
Now, Matt, I'm a huge Matt follower, V1. I'm a member of your MySpace page.
MFers.
Yes. Yeah, the MFers. Now, how much email do you get from your fans? I mean, what I liked about your MySpace is that you're very vocal. You communicate with them. You tell them how you're doing your life. I mean, how important is that to you?
It's really important. It's I think one of the things that's always been special about Jeff and I is that we've always been open and honest with the fans. And, you know, sometimes a little too honest. You know, occasionally it'll get you in trouble, get you fired, whatever, you know, but you always find your way back if things are right. But just as far as my MySpace goes, I really dig interacting with people, and I think one of the important things to me is I want people to understand I'm on the same level as them. You know, because physically I'm not a huge guy. You know, I'm not the best in anything I do. I try and roll everything into one good package. You know, but just like when people watch me, I want them to think like, well, Matt Hardy's pretty cool. He's like a guy to hang out with. You know, because I'm not a Batista. You know, I'm not an Undertaker. I'm not a Kane. I'm not a large-than-life character. I'm a normal guy, and I think a lot of people relate to that. They always did with Matt and Jeff Hardy, and I think that's why we had that special niche audience. You know what I mean? But as far as the MySpace goes, too, just for the record, you ask about how many messages or emails I get around 2,500 messages a day, or 3,000, which is too big. I don't do it. I have a couple people that do it for me, which they do a great job. But I do feed it information and try and be very interactive.
Now, one of your former tag team partner, MVP, is in the Money in the Bank match. Are you planning perhaps costing him that match at WrestleMania, or can you tell us that?
Well, I would never do anything like that. You know, I mean, sure, MVP did, you know, injure my leg and try and end my career and made jokes about my appendix and, you know, made jokes about maybe getting kicked in the head by Randy Orton and really made my life a living hell and took away, you know, some of the things that were the most precious to me, you know, is like my health and my career. So, no, I wouldn't want to do anything bad to MVP.
Now, Cody, you have a chance to be in the Battle Royal for a chance at ECW Champions Chavo. What is your strategy for that Battle Royal?
You know what? Low center of gravity. I learned it. I learned it in the Royal Rumble, and I hope to apply it. If you can stay low, you can win a Battle Royal. I mean, the whole thing is you want to get tricky. It's WrestleMania 24. There's 70,000 something people. You want to do something spectacular, and then the next thing you know, you're eliminated. So low center of gravity is what I got for you now.
Now, if you win that Battle Royal, you get to fight Chavo for the title that night. How well do you think you match up against Chavo? I mean, he is a veteran. He's been around for a while.
You know, I'm an athlete. I'm an entertainer. But one thing I like, just like anybody who goes to a movie or reads a book, is I like drama. And the idea to me, I mean, I've seen magazine covers with Dusty Rhodes and Chavo Guerrero Sr. on them. So just to me, I'd like to see a Guerrero Rhodes. To me, it would feel good, and it would up my game. That's somebody you can't come in the WWE and wrestle Daivari every night. You know, you want to up your game. You want to wrestle a superstar like Matt Hardy. You want to wrestle a superstar like Randy Orton. And you
want to win.
Yeah, it's somebody who brings you. It's like getting a master's degree. So that's what that would be like.
Now, you come from a huge, famous wrestling family, Dusty Rhodes. What is your earliest memory hanging around with your dad?
You know, this is an easy question, and I've had to answer it a lot, but it revolves around WrestleMania 6. the Ultimate Challenge between the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. I was present. I was just a wee boy, and my dad wanted me to know how hard the ring was. He didn't want me to grow up under the idea that it was bouncy or soft. So he picked me up, and he put both of my feet on the mat, picked me back up, and set me outside of the ring. And that's really, genuinely, 100% my earliest memory.
Thank you, guys. Good luck tonight, and good luck on WrestleMania.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Very much.